what's going on? Let me flip this thing over. Hold on a second. I cannot believe. All right, so good evening. I just got back home. Went to go see Straight Outta Compton. It was a fantastic movie. But I want to talk about something that I had the privilege of seeing earlier today. I was just skimming through some things, and I ran across this quote, and it said, excuses don't build empires. Hey, love. How you doing, Mr. Pink Half? It said, excuses don't build empires. Excuses don't build empires. And it's been in my brain all day. Like, all day. It's been in my brain all day. Excuses don't build empires. Excuses don't put food on the table. Excuses don't put gas in the car. Excuses do nothing. Excuses are bridges to nothingness and paths to nowhere. Excuses. Well, how come you didn't get it done? How come you didn't get your information for your website? How come you didn't finish your book chapter today? How come you didn't go and meet with 5 other people? How come you didn't? Oh, I had this to do. Oh, I had that to do. Excuses don't build empires. Sometimes we have to really, really dig down deep if we want something different. Some of us, I used to be in corporate America, get up at 6 to get the kids up, to put breakfast on the table, to make sure they had food, to make sure that I got the kids off the daycare or the school bus, whichever one was permanent, off to work. I'm in an office, I'm answering questions, I'm doing my due diligence, I come home, I cook dinner, I tend to my husband. Like, there's always going to be something that's going to prevent you from doing what you want to do. You're never going to have enough money to start the business. You're never going to have enough time to start a business. You're never going to have enough time to write a book. You're never going to have enough resources to do what it is that you want to do. So stop making excuses. Stop making excuses, because excuses don't build empires. Excuses don't build empires. There's nothing in this world. You're never going to have enough. You're never going to have the support of your family. You're never going to have, like I said, enough money, enough time, nothing. It's never going to be perfect. You're waiting for the perfect moment to launch that business, to launch that dream. It's never going to work. You just have to do it. You just have to get up every day and do it. It's hard being someone who talks about sex 24 hours a day. Do you know how many people hit my inbox with, God is going to punish me? I'm going to hell for teaching women how to put penis in their mouths. I get it all day, constantly. Why do you choose to talk about sex all the time? Why do you choose to do the things that you do? And I've riddled my brain, and I've prayed to God, like, is this my call? Is this what I'm supposed to do? And each and every time, God reminds me that there are people out there that were just like me. People who've had traumatic sexual experiences. Inappropriately, I've been performing fellatio since I was 7 years old. I've been on my own since I was 14 years old. At 15, 16 years old, having to make decisions whether I ate or whether I slept. I knew that if I went out with a boy or a guy, I would get fed, and I would have a place to sleep before I had to go off to school at 7:30 in the morning. I know that people don't view sex as this happy, beautiful thing that it is. It's a chore. It's something that you have to do. It's something that you choose. It's just mechanical. You're in a relationship with somebody that you just don't understand and you just don't know. And you find yourself having these sexual experiences just because you want somebody to care for you, just because you want somebody to love you. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to get paid $20 for head. I know what it's like to get paid $1,700 for a weekend. So I know that there's women out there who look at sex and say, I don't want to do it because it's a chore. I don't want to do it because it's not interesting. So I have to be the voice for people to say, you know what? Sex is not that bad. Once we put it into perspective, once we understand what it's meant to be, once we get you right mentally, past the pain, the hurt, the bother, the whatever that you went through, once we get you to fall in love with who you are, that it's not your fault, that you can forgive yourself, that you can be honest with who you are. That's my message. Yes, it's cloaked in entertainment. Yes, I teach women how to, deep throat and squeeze your thumb so that you can get rid of your gag reflex. And yes, I teach men to start from the bottom and use these two fingers and make sure you go up inside of a woman and feel her G-spot. But before you even get to the physical part, I help you to get past the mental, spiritual, and emotional damage that has been done. Damage was done to me. Yes. Sex was taken from me. My body was used strictly to entertain other people. And it wasn't until I got a hold of my own mind, I got a hold of my own soul, I got a hold of my own life, that I was able to make that leap and say, you know what? Yes, I am going to go out here every day and I'm going to preach the word of love. I am going to preach the word. Thank you, baby. I'm going to preach the word of love. And when you get love, when we're done with the idea of love, God's love, like I'm talking about real, true love, that you can have that same connected spirit while you're lying in bed with the person that you want to be with. I mean, how beautiful is that? How beautiful is it to look someone in the eyes when they're making love to you? To feel their penis inside of you and it feels so tender and it's so juicy and it's so warm and it's so inviting and it's so... Just thinking about it gets me horny right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's what an orgasm is supposed to do. It's supposed to bring you to another level of nirvana. That's why people would die to have sex with virgins. I'm just saying. Excuses don't build empires. There's so many people out here in the world that started with less than you, that made up in their mind that they're going to be successful, that they're going to follow their dreams, and success just followed them. So tonight's Periscope, ladies and gentlemen, is about following your dreams. You follow your dreams. I don't care what that happens to be, whether you're supposed to be a monk or you're supposed to be a skydiver. Excuses don't build empires. Stop making excuses for what you don't have in life. Stop making excuses for the people that you've hurt or the people who have hurt you. It's okay. Life happens. It happens. It happens to everybody. It's people out there that have so much more than you, and there are people who have less. You're sitting in a house. You have a phone that you paid the bill. You may not even know how you're going to pay the next one, but you paid this month. There's some people who don't even have phones. There's people who don't have internet. There's people who don't have a place to wash. There's people who live in mud houses and have to go get their water from a well. You don't have that life. Every day you flip a switch and the electricity comes on. Every day you get in a car and it takes you to your destination. Every day. You have more than some people will ever have in their entire lives. What is your excuse? Excuses don't build empires. So that's the message for tonight. I just wanted to share because I saw the Straight Outta Compton movie and it really, hit me when you come from nothing and yet you dream to succeed and you'll do whatever it takes to do so. I have a great network of people who are just brilliant at what they do. Pink Calf, Mr. Black Calf, Taomi, I saw you, beautiful. Thank you so much, and I'm so glad we finally connected. There's so many other people out there that are following, and you've got a dream sitting on your table, nestling in your heart, and you're just waiting for the right money, you're waiting for the right time, you're waiting for the kids to go off to college, you're waiting for this, you're waiting for your baby daddy to act right. Whatever it is, you're just waiting, you're waiting. And time is going to pass you by. So my suggestion to you is to get off the couch, get off your dunk, get off your butt, and go out there and live. Because the one thing that we cannot get back, you can get money back if you go bankrupt, just act Donald Trump. You can grow your hair back if you lose it. You can do anything. The only thing that you cannot get back is time. And time is of the essence, ladies and gentlemen. And every day that you don't spend living your dream, you're dying. Whenever you're not growing, you're dying. If you're stagnant, if you've been in the same job for 15 years and complaining about the same bosses, complaining about the same commute, complaining about everything, then you're stagnant and you're dying. Stop dying and start living. Go after your dreams, because if you don't, I will. And I'll see those who will. I'll see you guys at the top as we change the world. I love you all. You guys have a great night. And remember, excuses don't build empires. I love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.